Hey, we're in Summerville, South Carolina, and this is the new Lennar 55 and over development. So we're going to be doing a walkthrough, or I'm going to be doing a walkthrough today with the construction manager. I order a home inspection with every new build that I'm working with a client, unless it's a custom home. I don't do it on custom homes, but on the track building homes, I order a home inspection, and they come 3 times. My inspector comes the first time prior to drywall going up. The second time is at the end of right before closing, and then the third is in 1 year. So let's walk in. We're going to sit down and review everything with the construction manager.
Okay, I'm sure we use screws
Instead of the hurricane clips, which if they're on there, along there. Yeah. But they put 2 in each truss. So those are in place of the like H10s or the H2.5s, which are the usual hurricane clips you're probably used to seeing.
Alright, I got repair letters for this one, and this one. I just got the repair letters today. We were going to repair those. These ones are just knots, and that one's fine, but I do have repair letters for these 3.
Great.
So they will be repaired right away.
Awesome.
Okay, the flashing, it's underneath the brick mold. That's why you can't see it.
Couple of voids in the house wrap.
Did you see those?
In the vapor barrier.
Did you see? We have fixed those.
Okay.
I didn't know. So actually, the frame rail for louder.
Ah.
So
Bedroom closet installed correctly is hanging on the sill plate.
that's fixed right there. We can go look at it. It's all on the sill plate.
Good. Okay.
And then this right here was the high spot. So what they do is they write high on here, and then the concrete company comes in here and grinds it down so it lowers it. So if there's any places in here, woods or anything like that, they bring concrete with them and just do small amounts. If it was a big amount or something like that, then the concrete company comes and do it, but those small little nicks on here, the flooring company does.
Great.
I can have an R-deck if they like, but that's a very slim crack, and unfortunately it happens. But if they're unhappy with it, well, when we get closer to closing time, I can't have the concrete guys R-decks it, and what they do is they put a real light layer of concrete over it to smooth it out. So, but
does that usually last them, or?
It's better on the porches than a heavy vehicle driving over it. So I have some homeowners that say, well, just leave it. So I'm gonna leave it up to the homeowners, but closer to closing time, because instead of like all the traffic coming in here and trades working and everything, I'd rather have it done then.
I'll make a note of it.
Okay.
I think she'll want that done.
This is a mudroom? This is like a little mudroom and a storage closet for clothes.
So there will be a storage closet there for like
I can bring up the plans.
like that.
The laundry room is actually right here, which is kind of nice for the master bedroom, which we can do when we get done with the questions.
Is there anything in this mudroom?
I will look it up and see. I don't think there is, but the laundry room's right here. Washer, dryer.
And do they provide a sink, or are there any cabinets? No cabinets or sinks. Okay.
So it's kind of nice because you got your main your master closet here, laundry room, so you can kind of just start hanging up, and then you have your other bedroom right here also.
Access to the upstairs attic. We're
Right
assuming that.
Platform is for the HVAC only, which is right here. They can hang this light stuff in, but there's gonna be a pull down ladder right here, pull-down steps. This is where you'll be able to access it. You see the light switch right there, so as soon as you pull it down, you can turn on the light in the attic.
Now you said there is no storage up there? None in the attic.
Trusses are only provided for the platform for the HVAC. So if they want to put anything up there, very light. No books or workout equipment or anything that's heavy, because the trusses aren't made for that.
Okay.
Then we'll come in here to the foyer. You got an outlet here, outlet there. And then we'll come over there, outlet here also. This is a returner. No, this is a jumper duct. Sorry, they use a different size. But this is a jumper duct into the room. And what that is if you've ever been in an older house and like air comes on, the door opens or shut, that prevents it. It just allows airflow. There is no air, like anything from the unit coming through that. It's just natural airflow. Okay. Then you have another closet there. And you have a bathroom here. The sink will be right here. The toilet and bathtub. You got an outlet, a light, exhaust fan, and a supply vent. So you have AC or heat coming out. I understand what time of year.
Okay. Do they provide any of the lights
Yes,
in the
there's
ceiling?
gonna be LED, all the lights here are all the same. They're those circle, like flat LED lights.
Okay.
And they will be in all the rooms.
Gotcha.
The main service wire. So just be careful hanging everything up. Of course, you want to try to hit studs, but if you're just hanging something on the walls, just kind of remember this is here. And then this is a plumbing line. So this is just kind of another thing, kind of keep important. Remember, if you're hanging pictures or doing anything right here, studs are good, but if you don't hit the stud, just remember that's there, especially if you got a leak.
Sure.
The low volt box, which is in the master closet. We'll go see this, but this goes outside. We have home telecom out here, and that's it. When they come out here, they will put their stuff here, run their wire through here to the master closet.
Okay.
Smoke alarm also, but with the fact that there's gas in the house and a attached garage, it would be a combination smoke alarm. So it's going to be for carbon dioxide and smoke. But they're only outside the bedrooms. The ones in the bedrooms are smoke only.
Okay.
But this is required by code.
Good.
Got a little mud room here. And then the light switch. And then a little closet there. We're gonna have the 12-inch 5 shelves. Supply, light. Oven goes there. There's plumbing lines here. It's vented out. Gourmet kitchen has the hood vent and it's vented out. All this will be tile, so you don't have to worry about like hitting anything by hanging anything or anything like that.
Yeah.
Little dining area. This is kind of an important one too because there's a plumbing line here, just in case you're not hanging a picture or anything. But there's lots of studs here to hang something in, and this one's pink like the ones.
Good.
Back porch with a beautiful view. On this first phase, they're all standard screen in, and then phase 2, I think they're not doing it as an option, but everything on this phase is three porches, which these will go bottom. Yeah, they finished homes or
They can add fans up here.
they can.
Now, do you think it's going to be possible to actually make this into a sunroom after they take possession? Will they let them?
I don't know. There are footings here, so it should be okay, but HOA and how that go through all that. I can't really answer that question. Okay. Here, the family room, you have 4 lights here, and then you have a light here also where a fan can be installed. This is the return, so there will be a filter in there that will need to be changed out, especially for the first 30 days, for the first 2 to 3 months after moving in, just because the construction will be clean, but that's surprises.
That's
Okay.
right.
And the smoke alarm is right there.
So how many filters altogether?
2.
2?
The family room and the master room. Copper goes to the outside HVAC unit. Switch. And this will be the 0 entry shower. So there will be a glass enclosure to open up and it will just walk in. And then they do a mud bed that slightly slopes down to the drain. There'll be a light over it. There's an exhaust fan.
It's good size.
Side
Okay.
over there where the home telecom will need to come in here and put their devices in here when they hook up with them.
Okay.
They don't have to put any holes in the walls or anything. They run
that's
everything
nice.
through this tube. Up here. And then there's a light, and then this is going to be a combination smoke alarm.
Okay.
Light switches for the bedroom. Come in, you have all your outlets around, your low volt.
Yeah, they were impressed by the amount of outlets that was in each room.
Yeah, by code, they have to be every 12 foot, which with code, like say you got a 12-foot wall, they want to be in the middle where they're within 6 foot. Usually lots of times the units shut off first, and when the unit shuts off, the thermostat lots of times shut off. So if they see their thermostat not working,
Yeah.
it's probably because the unit shut off. Either the switch got flipped or this unit shut off on its own because it has an issue. But if it's still on and they see water, they just need to know they have water in the pan, there's an issue.
Okay. Now, why would the water stay in the pan?
Stay in the pan?
Yeah.
Well, it gets in the pan and then drips out here.
Okay.
So that's what that's for. It drains from the pan. Shut off for the water for the entire house. Water heater is going to be outside of here. So these are actually water lines.
Oh.
Something to pay attention to. So if you're hanging any shelves or anything like that, there's studs, but if you miss the studs, just be careful that there's water lines in that bay.
Okay.
Then this one is to the main gas meter that will be outside that runs all the gas in the house. They do have protection over it, should take any chances. They have really good protection on it. But still, something kind of just to remember because it is by a stud. The by code, when it's this close to a stud, that's why they have this metal on here. To protect it. Attention to.
Okay. And show that that's next to the,
Yeah.
Main gas meter will be connected to the gas to the house to the water heater right here.
okay.
This right here will be a disconnect or shut off for the water heater, which they'll never need to use, but it's just here just in case to check. I mean, at least there's no kids in here to check, you know, playing around that might have hit it, but just to know.
Good.
So, and then all your gas appliances will have a shut off here. So you cut off here in the house, at the stove and furnace in the fireplace. They all have a shut off. And this is another ground. This is another grounding. It grounds the gas. Pipe is in that room. And you'll always see water coming out of that one, especially the more the AC is on, the more that will run, and that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
That one, that pipe right there is the one that you see water coming out of it. That means there's water in the fan. All these are from those exhaust fans. This will be a disconnect for the HVAC unit that will be on here.
Okay.
And then there is an outlet behind it. Power meter. And then this will be the emergency disconnect right here. There'll be a cover on that when it gets closer to power time.
Okay.
They just leave the cover off for inspection.